Okay, so we're gonna be doing a little review of what you were working on before fall break. So our objectives today are demonstrate understanding from the text by identifying which animals have endoskeletons and which have exoskeletons. And then we're also going to be defining the terms on a worksheet at the end. So we're going to open up our books, the skeleton book. Open it up to the first page. So it's going to be page 4 where it says all about skeletons. And give me a thumbs up when you're ready and you have your book open. Okay, so I'm going to be reading the words, but I'm going to be pausing on a word, and when I pause, I would like you to read it out loud too with me, okay? All right, all about skeletons. The skeleton is an
important
part of the human body and most
animals'
bodies. It supports the body's weight and gives it
shape.
The skeleton protects the soft parts inside the
Body.
It also works with muscles to help the body
Move.
Animals come in all shapes and
Sizes.
and so do their skeletons. Their skeletons allow them to move in many
Different
ways and do many different
things.
To see how these skeletons work, read on. Okay, so look down at the bottom of the page. It says, this boy's skeleton works with his muscles to help him move in all sorts of ways. So in the first picture, what is he doing? Raise your hand and tell me. Ava?
He's standing up.
He's standing. What about in the second picture? Nicholas?
He's about to roll.
He's kind of rolling, he's bending over, and then what is he doing in the third picture? Anthony?
Somersault.
Like a somersault. So he's moving in all different ways with his skeleton supporting him. Okay, we're gonna read the second part. Skeletons work
Differently.
in different animals. In mammals
Birds.
and many other animals, the skeleton is a framework made of
Bones.
inside the skin. A skeleton on the inside of the body is called an
Endoskeleton.
In other animals, the skeleton is a hard covering
Outside.
the body. This is called an
Exoskeleton.
The shell of a crab or beetle is an
Exoskeleton.
Like an endoskeleton, an exoskeleton protects and supports the animal's body. However, some exoskeletons cannot
Expand.
as animals grow. When this happens, an animal must shed its
Old.
exoskeleton and grow a new
Larger.
one. Okay, so up here, the picture of the crab, it says, when the exoskeleton becomes too small, the crab crawls out of it, then grows a new one. So it grows a new skeleton on the outside of his body. Down here with the beetle, it says, a beetle's colorful exoskeleton protects its organs and delicate wings. So its hard shell on the outside protects its wings and its organs. Okay, you can go ahead and close your books, and we're gonna do a group activity.
Yay. I like these group activities.
All right, before we start this, someone raise their hand and tell me what an endoskeleton is. Anna?
An endoskeleton is like a skeleton that's inside of you, protecting all of your organs and insides.
Good. It's a skeleton inside of the body. What is an exoskeleton? Violet?
An exoskeleton is a skeleton that's outside of your body.
Good. Like a hard covering or maybe a shell, something like that. Okay, so I'm going to pass out one of these little packets to each group. It's going to come with 2 sheets. One is an exoskeleton sheet and one is an endoskeleton sheet. So you're going to be working together with your group, and you're also going to be getting a cluster of little pictures of different kinds of animals. So there's some animals that have endoskeletons and some that have exoskeletons. And you're going to be sorting these onto the right paper, okay? So if one animal has an exoskeleton, you're just going to place it on top of the paper that says exoskeleton, okay? And we'll go over it together after you're done. So don't touch them yet. Here's yours. You you can go ahead and separate them out.
No, don't touch it. Is there a beetle in there?
Okay, so take the paper clip off of your papers, and then maybe you can either work as a group and sort them out onto the right papers, or you can have one person put it on a paper, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
This is a bug, so EXO because it's a bug, it's an EXO.
And
This is an EXO, and then you'll just grab another one.
I got it.
Here. This also has a wait, what's a snail have? That's it. Wait, does a snail have an endo? We're good.
Separate them equally.
Snail have an endo. I mean, EXO.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because yeah, let's put it in the middle.
We'll just wait a couple more minutes.
Does anybody have it?
It's not just you. So pass them out. Everybody go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay? So everybody can do it. I can't put them on the video. So
Oh, wait.
So Ladybug's an endo? Yeah. Oh, I thought it was an EXO. It's an EXO. No, it's an EXO. Wings come out. Yeah, and it has a hard shell. Because when you see it, it's like this. But when it tries to fly away, it'll open its EXO. Let's just put it in the exoskeleton. Yeah, I'm guessing it's an EXO. So it's an endoskeleton. Raise your hand if you want it to go there. It's just like most bugs have.
I think it should go to section. Are you guys done? Okay, we're just gonna wait a couple more minutes.
Most bugs
and go
have
over it together, okay?
they had a question about the ladybug. We have to hear their conversation.
What's your question?
If a butterfly is an EXO or an endo.
You mean a butterfly? That's a ladybug.
Yeah. Whatever. It's called.
So where do you think the skeleton is on the ladybug?
Right here.
On the outside or the inside?
Inside.
If it's on the outside, why do you think it's on the outside, first of all?
Because it's basically like a beetle where it's inside the thing and when it's trying to fly
So,
it's a beetle.
so a ladybug technically has 2 sets of wings. So it has a delicate pair of wings and then a hard pair that go over the soft wings. Because it protects the body and the wings.
Where it was to begin.
Guys, we're gonna be famous. We're on TV. We're on YouTube.
Yeah.
We're done.
Okay, is everyone done? Or should we, how many minutes do we need? Hold up your hand with the amount of minutes.
-50.
You guys are good? Okay, let's go over what we got. So let's start with the cat. Does it have an endoskeleton or an exoskeleton? Raise your hand, Catalina. Endoskeleton, good. How do you know it has an endoskeleton? Does it have a hard covering outside of its body? No. It has this, it's soft. Its skeleton's on the inside of its body. Okay, what about the snail? Is the snail endo or exo? Natalie? Exo. How do you know it's exo? Good. Okay. What about the clam? Thomas? It is exo. It's hard on the outside and soft on the inside. What about the ladybug? Raina?
EXO.
Exo. And you guys had a really good question. Can you explain why it's an exoskeleton?
Because it has a hard covering and then it has delicate wings under the hard covering, just like a beetle.
Good. So it exoskeleton. What about the fish? Abel? Endo, good. The beetle. Does the beetle have endo or exo? Good, because it's hard on the outside, protected soft inside. What about the person? Does the person have an endo or exoskeleton? Endo, good job. And then what about the crab? Yellow. Exo.
Did you say the lion? Gorilla?
The crab has a hard covering. Raise your hand if you've ever eaten a crab before. Have you ever, or like a crab leg. So if you get a crab leg at a restaurant, or maybe your parents make it at home, it comes with a really hard shell and you have to crack it open and get the soft meat inside.
My grandma has to undo it because I can't get lots of blisters.
Yeah, it's pretty hard. It has an exoskeleton. That's its skeleton that you're opening up. It's exoskeleton when you crack its legs open. Okay, and then did we get all of them? The gorilla. What's the gorilla? Yes.
Endoskeleton.
An endoskeleton. Good job. That was all of them, right? Did we miss any?
Yeah. You say the lion. The snail?
Okay, we did all of them. Okay, so I want you to assign one person at your table to just collect all of the papers and we'll put them in the recycling bin. We'll do that really fast. Okay.
That's not. You can all. That's not yours.
Okay,
Here, you open this and then she can do it. No, it's okay. Not the paper. I'll take it.
Oh, we have to throw it away?
No, just the paper. Okay, when you put all of them in the recycling bin, give me a thumbs up so I know you're ready. Put it away so that we can do our next activity, okay? Okay, so our next activity is a worksheet. So this is an independent worksheet. Everyone's gonna get their own. And on the top half of your worksheet, obviously you can put your name at the top. And then it says define the word in a sentence. So there's endoskeleton and exoskeleton. You can write a sentence, a complete sentence in your own words, with the definition of each word. So you can either write the definition, or if you want to explain what it means, you can write it in a sentence. Okay? And then on the bottom half of the paper, there's a list of names of animals. So the first one is elephant. You're just going to circle whether it has an endoskeleton or an exoskeleton. Okay? So we're going to spend a few minutes working on this. And we're, again, not working in our groups. We're working by ourselves. And as soon as you get your paper, you can start working on it.
This one's interesting and fun.
How much words do you
It's 10. And when you're writing your sentences, make sure you use capitals at the beginning of the sentence and punctuation at the end. E. What's two letters make E sound?
Has its flat outside.
What makes the E sound? Good job. Take a question. You're done. Okay, we'll just give it a couple more minutes, okay? Make sure you're circling them, okay? Make sure you're circling the right answer. Make sure on the bottom part of the paper you're circling either endoskeleton or exoskeleton, okay? It'll just be easier to see the right answer instead of drawing lines. Or you can even underline it if you want, but just make it very clear what your answer is.
Oh, I'm getting confused.
Oh, okay. Do you know what a killer whale looks like? It's in our books. It's a scorpion. Why would you think it's exo? It does. Good job. Okay, so here's the thing with it. Is it hard on the outside, or would you say it would be soft? Okay, it's soft. So, if it's soft on the inside, this is actually a killer whale skeleton. Can you see the skeleton on the outside of its body? No, so what would that make it? Endo or exo? If it's on the inside,
So that'll make it into.
endo, good job. Okay, put the amount of minutes you would like to keep working on this worksheet on your hand. 5 minutes, 2 minutes. Okay, we'll do a couple more minutes and then we're gonna go over the answers together, okay? Okay, finish up what you're doing and we're gonna go over the answers together, okay? So maybe circle your last thing. Okay, who would like to share what they wrote down for their definition or maybe just what they put it into a sentence? For the endoskeleton. Yes?
An elephant has an endoskeleton because the soft part is on the outside.
Good, so where does that mean the skeleton is?
In the inside.
On the inside, so the endoskeleton is on the inside. Put your thumb up if you got that one right. Good. Okay, what about for exoskeleton?
Exoskeletons are a hard covering on the outside.
Good. It's a skeleton on the outside, maybe a hard covering, a shell, some kind of armor to keep the animal's body protected. Okay, so for number 1, an elephant. Is an elephant, does it have an endoskeleton or an exoskeleton? Madison?
In the skeleton.
Endoskeleton, the skeleton's on the inside. What about a human? Violet? Endo. Okay, number 3, lobster. Exo, good job. It has a hard shell on the outside. Number 4, beetle. Yes? Exo, good job. A killer whale. This one was a little bit tricky, but there is a picture in your book. Thomas? Endo, the skeleton's on the inside. Number 6, tiger. Anthony? Endo. 7 is crab. What was that one? Exo, good job. 8 is dog. Natalie? Endo. Okay, 9, scorpion. CLO? Exo, yes. And 10 is cow. Eva? Endo, good job. Okay, so you can put all of your papers, put all your papers in the middle of your table. In a little stack. Thank you. Okay, while I'm coming around to collect your papers, can someone raise their hand? Can someone raise their hand and tell me what is the purpose of an endoskeleton, the kind of skeleton we have? Anna?
The purpose of an endoskeleton is to protect our organs and our insides of our body, like our heart, our lungs, and our bladder and everything, and so they're not like all over the place all through your body.
It kind of holds our body up, right? And it helps us with movement. What about an exoskeleton? What is the purpose of an animal having an exoskeleton? Yes?
The purpose of an animal having an exoskeleton is it for birds to protect their wings, or for really bad, it protects them from people stepping on them. It protects their outside and their inside.
Yes, it is for protection. It's like a hard armor, right? Okay, you guys did very well. Good job.